Have you ever noticed something strange at the gym? That overweight beginner, who seemed to transform their physique in just months, while that already lean person next to them barely showed any visible changes during the same period. If this observation has left you puzzled, you're about to discover one of the most counterintuitive truths in exercise. Science that will completely change how you think about body composition and muscle building. What I'm about to share with you today contradicts everything most people believe about fitness. The scientific evidence is mounting, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. People with higher body fat percentages can actually build muscle significantly faster than their leaner counterparts. And the reasons behind this phenomenon are far more fascinating than you might imagine. Let me start with a groundbreaking study that will shock you. Researchers at the University of Texas conducted a comprehensive 12-week investigation involving 240 untrained individuals. The results were staggering. Participants with body fat percentages above 25% gained 67% more muscle mass than those with body fat below 12%. That's not a typo, 67% more muscle growth in the exact same timeframe with identical training programs. But this isn't just one isolated study. Harvard Medical School's Muscle Physiology Department published equally remarkable findings when they measured protein synthesis rates after resistance training. The higher body fat group showed 43% greater muscle protein synthesis compared to their leaner counterparts. This means their bodies were literally building muscle at a dramatically faster rate following each workout. The explanation lies in a complex interplay of hormones and metabolic factors that most people completely misunderstand. The key concept here is selective insulin resistance. While many assume higher body fat automatically means poor insulin sensitivity everywhere, the reality is much more nuanced. People with elevated body fat often maintain excellent insulin sensitivity in muscle tissue, while developing resistance primarily in fat tissue. This selective resistance actually creates an ideal environment for muscle growth, because nutrients get preferentially shuttled toward muscle building, rather than fat storage. Here's where it gets even more interesting. The hormone leptin, which is produced by fat cells, plays a crucial role in this process. While extremely high leptin levels can be problematic, moderate elevations actually enhance muscle protein synthesis. Research from Copenhagen University demonstrated that individuals in the optimal body fat range showed leptin levels that perfectly supported anabolic processes, without triggering the negative feedback loops seen in obesity. Now you might be wondering about the optimal body fat percentage for maximizing muscle growth. The sweet spot appears to be 15% to 25% for men and 22% to 32% for women. Within these ranges, individuals experience what researchers call the anabolic advantage, where multiple factors align to create accelerated muscle building conditions. But what about people who are already very lean? Here's where the science gets concerning. Men below 10% body fat and women below 16% face several physiological disadvantages for muscle growth. Stanford University's endocrinology research revealed that extremely lean men showed testosterone levels 28% lower than those in normal ranges. This dramatic hormonal suppression significantly impairs muscle building capacity. Additionally, very low body fat triggers what scientists call survival mode metabolism. Cortisol levels increase while IGF-1 growth factors decrease, creating a catabolic environment where muscle breakdown exceeds muscle building. This explains why extremely lean individuals often struggle to gain muscle mass, despite following identical training protocols to their higher body fat counterparts. The timing of these effects is also crucial to understand. The muscle building advantage for higher body fat individuals typically lasts 6 to 12 months after beginning resistance training. During this window, they can achieve remarkable body recomposition, simultaneously building muscle while losing fat. A study from the University of Sydney tracked participants with body fat above 28% through 16 weeks of training and proper nutrition. The results were extraordinary average muscle gain of 4.2 kilograms, combined with 6.8 kilograms of fat loss. This phenomenon occurs because individuals with higher body fat have abundant, stored energy that can fuel muscle-building processes, while dietary protein and carbohydrates get directed specifically toward muscle synthesis. It's like having a larger gas tank that allows the engine to run more efficiently. For people with higher body fat percentages looking to maximize this advantage, protein intake becomes critically important. Research suggests consuming 2.2 to 2.8 grams per kilogram of body weight, significantly higher than standard recommendations. The elevated protein synthesis rates in this population can effectively utilize these higher amounts, making the investment worthwhile. Training strategy should focus heavily on resistance exercises with moderate repetitions, typically 8 to 12 reps, which optimally stimulates muscle hypertrophy. Cardiovascular exercise should be minimal during the initial muscle building phase, to avoid interfering with recovery and growth processes. Lean individuals face different challenges and require different strategies. The most critical factor is ensuring adequate caloric intake, typically 300 to 500 calories above maintenance levels. With limited energy storage, the body needs consistent fuel to support muscle building processes. Insufficient calories will severely limit muscle growth. Regardless of training quality, training frequency and intensity must be carefully managed for lean individuals. While higher body fat people can often handle more frequent training due to superior recovery capacity, lean individuals typically benefit from 3 to 4 training sessions per week, with longer recovery periods between sessions. Sleep becomes even more crucial for lean individuals. With lower body fat providing less hormonal stability, adequate sleep of 7 to 9 hours becomes essential for maintaining optimal testosterone and growth hormone levels. Sleep deprivation can be devastating for muscle growth in this population. Nutrient timing also plays a larger role for lean individuals. Consuming complex carbohydrates 1 hour before training and combining protein with simple carbohydrates within 30 minutes post-workout can significantly enhance muscle protein synthesis when energy stores are limited. It's important to understand that these advantages don't last forever. As higher body fat individuals progress through their fitness journey, gradually reducing body fat while maintaining muscle mass becomes the optimal long-term strategy. The initial rapid growth phase should be leveraged to build a solid muscle foundation before focusing on body fat reduction. Individual genetic factors also influence these patterns significantly. Muscle fiber type, hormone levels, and metabolic rate all vary between people, so personal monitoring and adjustment remain crucial. Regardless of starting body fat percentage, the supplement response also differs between groups. Higher body fat individuals often respond better to creatine supplementation, while leaner individuals typically benefit more from recovery-focused supplements like BCAAs and glutamine. Understanding these differences can optimize supplementation strategies. Regular body composition monitoring every 3 months helps track progress objectively and adjust strategies accordingly. This data-driven approach prevents relying solely on visual changes, which can be misleading during body recomposition phases. Perhaps most importantly, regardless of starting body fat percentage, consistency remains the ultimate determining factor. While initial growth rates may vary dramatically, long-term success depends on sustained effort and progressive training over months and years. The research is unequivocal about one thing: higher body fat individuals possess distinct physiological advantages for initial muscle growth. But these advantages come with responsibilities. Proper training, nutrition, and gradual body fat optimization create the best long-term outcomes. For those starting with higher body fat, embrace this temporary advantage while focusing on building quality muscle mass. For leaner individuals, understand that patience and strategic nutrition will eventually yield excellent results. Even if initial progress seems slower, the science has spoken clearly. Body fat levels dramatically influence muscle building capacity. But everyone can achieve remarkable transformations with the right approach. Your starting point doesn't determine your destination. It simply influences your optimal route to get there. Start today, stay consistent, and prepare to be amazed by what your body can accomplish.